over in just a moment. Says we're good. There's one away with the runner at second after a double by Pete Alonso. Here's Henderson. That's a Gunnar Henderson. Unless they've got two Hendersons, then it may be the other one. Could be a third mystery Henderson. Ah. All right. Now it's up and moving. Strike 1-2, Henderson. And that'll be a base hit. Runner to third, first and third. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't good. Oh, hopefully it rains. There we go. Much better. Top of the first, runners at the corners. Not a great start here. Need a double play ball with Ward up. Ball one. Tigers have a very competitive lineup today. What's going on, Charles? Nice to see you. McKinstry, Outman, and Vierling. Thanks for pressing like. Appreciate it. Helps out early. It's 1-1. It's 1-2 on a swing and strike. All right, all right. Pretty good luck. I did a dab before the stream. That's why I've been coughing. I don't have COVID. It's apparently growing again. A surge, if you will. Uh, 2-2. Like, damn it. Everything shuts down again. Rudy Gobert does a weird press conference and touches all the mics. Be like, no. Well, gonna get a run in. We weren't able to turn two. Well, we got the ground ball, but we weren't able to go for two with it. So the run scores, it's 1-0 Orioles. Runner to first. Ward beats it out. Well, that may be game. I don't know if the Tigers can score 2 runs anymore. It's a lot of runs. That's a lot of runs. We'll need at least 2 to win tonight, and who knows? McKinstry, Outman, and Vierling will personally make sure that that might happen. 0-2 on a called strike. You know, it is rather annoying that we lose Kerry Carpenter and they call up a catcher. It's like, why not call up Clark? He's doing really good. All right, they get out of the inning on a little fly out. Like, defensively, we'll be good in the outfield tonight, but it's hitting a collective, let's see, 200 plus 161 is 361, 564 with 3 guys. That's not good. McGonigal, Dingler, and Keith to lead it off. McGonigal, Dingler, and Keith. Green, Torkelson, McKinstry, Lee, Outman, and Vierling. The fuck is this lineup? Ugh. Hate that. Much rather see Lee over at third base and Torres batting and playing second, but I guess that's life. Gonna need a big game from the big guys tonight. What's up, Jake? I believe in the McKinstry 2-homer game. Does anyone else believe? If McKinstry doesn't hit a home run today, I'll throw myself through that window right there. His first home run, he blasts a grand slam. I'll be like, well, everyone owes me $35. And I'll bill you. You get a random bill on your internet thing. It just says $35 for a bet lost. I told you. This is longer than the 7th inning stretch, it feels like. What's up, Wade? Yeah, I know. We're getting pretty close to 10K. I can't believe it. This still hasn't started at the bottom of the first. I can't believe this right now. McGonigal, Dingler, and Keith to lead it off here in the first. At some point. 1-0 Orioles. At some point, they'll continue play. Called strike one. Oh, finally. Jesus Christ. That shit was taking forever. Telling you, the 7th inning stretch is shorter than that. I don't know why that was such a long break. I thought they were about to delay the game. Be like, well, it started raining. That's what I'm most worried about with this game, is that it's going to rain. I know the rain kind of danced around Detroit, so they might have gotten around it, but you just never know. Storm pretty good here where I live for a second. There was a shot of thunder and lightning that was so hard right outside the window, I lost power for a minute. 0-2 on a foul by McGonigal. Ball one. It's 1-2. Come on, McGonigal. Rained where you're at this morning? Been raining by me. Hey, there we go. That's a leadoff hit. That'll get through. I guess that'll bloop, rather. It'll work. McGonigal stays at first. Okay. 1 on, no one out. Here's Dylan Dingler. A 2-run shot by the Dingelmeister. You guys like that Christmas movie with like the Heatmeister and the Coldmeister? I think that's what they're called. I feel like that's a real thing. It's like claymation, like clay stop animation or whatever the hell that was in. Was that like the year without no Santa Claus is coming to town? No, I think that's the weird German one. I'll wait for the older people to show up. They tend to know these things. I'll wait for Two-Way or somebody like that. He probably remembers them fondly. 1 on, nobody out. It's an 0-1 count here on Dingler. Ball one, and then a called strike. He lets it go right down the middle. Rough break. 1-2. It's kind of pitch you should send 395 feet. Very specific distance. 397 feet that should have gone. It's weird it didn't. 2-2. Wild pitch? No. Here we go, Dingler. Hit a ball. At least tie the game back up. A triple. Little League home run. Foul ball. We'll get another 2-2. There was also a Santa Claus movie where there's this scary German man who hates toys. And so Santa Claus has to be like a toy leaving ninja. And then he moves to the North Pole with some lady, and slowly the character Chris becomes Santa Claus. It's a very good story. I believe it to be the official lore of Santa Claus. Like if Santa was real, I'd be like, damn, this is the biography. It's a good one. And Dingler strikes out, 1 away. Well, that's a shame. Just like the 9th inning yesterday. Here's Colt Keith now with 1 on and 1 out. Hopefully we're raising the trade value of Colt Keith for a bullpen arm. Maybe even Mason Miller. I doubt it, but would be pretty cool. Ball 1. I can't imagine what Chris Fetter would do with a talent like Mason Miller. You know? I don't think we've ever had somebody throw like kind of just raw heat like that before. During the Fetter time, you know what I mean? I know Scuball gets up there sometimes and a couple other guys. Hey, there we go. Keith has another hit. But not consistently. We don't have someone like that. That'll be another little bloop that gets down. 2 on, 1 out. Runner wasn't able to get over to third, mostly because the ball kind of hung up in the air for a little bit. But hey, it puts 2 on for Riley Green, who's due for a big fly. Or just some kind of big hit, I suppose. Damn, no one's talking. Hey, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. Helps out with the stream, gets more people in here, especially if you don't feel like chatting or anything. We've only had 2 people say anything. Kind of quiet. Do 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 do. 2-0. Dun, 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 dun. 3-0. All right, well, they're not pitching to Riley Green. They want to go after Torque. Bradish down 3-0 to Green. We're in the bottom of the first. There's 2 on, 1 out in a 1-0 Orioles lead. Tigers hitting, though. And that'll be in their first strike. 3-1. You need 400. Hey, hopefully it happens. If it does, I'll send you my cash out mug. I'll predict the Hao Lee homer. It might happen. And that'll be called strike 2. Just gets in there. Uh-oh. Well, this at-bat started off promising. 3-0. Now it's 3-2. Full count. 2 on, 1 out. Full count for Riley Green. Let's see what he gets. Come on, hitter ball 4. Foul ball. We'll get another 3-2 coming up. We're also going to get the ultra rare McKinstry home run game where he hits a single home run. You'll see. Everyone will see. Everyone said I was crazy. I put $41,000 on McKinstry homering today. You don't know the kind of money I'm going to win. And Riley Green strikes out. Chased ball 4. Nice, dude. 2 down. 2 on. Here's Torkelson. Scared money don't make money. It's funny just to say absurd numbers. I almost wish. Called strike one. Got a fastball on the first pitch and he froze. Glad he didn't swing at that. I doubt he was thinking sinker, though. And Torque's out, yeah. Well, Torque and Green continue their fun times from Kansas City and do absolutely nothing. We'll head to the top of the second. 1-0 Orioles. It'll be Holiday, Mayo, and Jackson. Holiday, Mayo, Jackson here in the top of the second of a 1-0 Orioles lead. Maybe time to send Green and Torque back down to AAA. It's crazy that, like, we just may not have these guys soon. Either way, it's a commercial break, unfortunately. But that's not going to stop half the people from leaving because they're going to be like, why did he stop talking about the game? Isn't the game is on? It's like, well, no, it's a commercial. See, let's look around the league. Anything cool happening? Nope. Cleveland and Cincinnati are in a small delay, it looks like. Texas beats Seattle. And that's it. Philly and Miami are tied. Nats got the bases loaded in the bottom of the first with only one out. Could be something to watch. We lost about 30 people in a commercial break for some reason. Anyway, here's Holiday. The best part is they went around trying to find someone still covering the game in some way that was on a commercial break. It's very funny, some sub 80 IQ thing, you know? Anyway. My favorite phenomenon. That's going to be a double up the left field line. For some reason, the Tigers just refuse to stop shifting. You know, you'd think after a series where you basically lost the series because of teams hitting against the shift, we would stop doing that. But no, we're tripling down on it. I hate shifting. That should have been a fielded play by a third baseman, but the third baseman was playing shortstop. Ugh, I thought we banned this shit, dude. Nope, we're shifted over again. How much do you guys want to bet that Kobe Mayo hits this over to the right side of the infield? And it goes through on a ball that should have been easily fielded. Runner at second, nobody out. Look at all space they're giving him on the right side, right up the right field line. Look how much room he's got. I'd bunt it. Shifting is so dumb. Well, that seals my fate. My opinion. They need to put defensive baselines in. A small area where you're allowed to move within, and that's about it. Shifting is Bush League, as far as I'm concerned. If runners have to run in like if a runner can't just run wherever he wants, why can a fielder stand in field wherever they want? Basically, still. Like the shortstop is almost playing in like what is these positions, dude? Our second baseman's basically standing on the base. It's just like first baseman's playing second base and up the first base line's wide open. Such a dumb fucking... I thought this was banned. I'm very anti-shift. It's Bush League. It promotes anti-offense in baseball. It's all bad. Baseball's already hard enough. We can't fucking make it harder for no reason. That'll be fouled away again. It'll remain 2-2 here on Mayo. And of course, it's an AJ Hinch team that's bending these rules again. Ugh. If I was another team's manager, I'd complain to the league about the way the Tigers have been playing defense. Be like, I feel like they're violating the rules. What kind of a fucking alignment do they got going on? Because up the middle is effectively taken away right now, and that's supposed to not be a thing. Like pre-pitch. That ball still got through the left side of the infield, and they were shifted to play it. What was Colt Keith doing? Oh, it was a fielding error by Colt Keith. Well, why is he playing defense? Oh, man, this sucks. In play, there is an out. Tigers just get a double play, but they give up a run. It'll be 2-0 Orioles, and but there's 2 away. Oh, never mind. They only got 1 out. I thought they would have gotten 2. Well, why didn't they go home with the ball then? All right, well, run scores. They only get 1 out. Runner at second, 1 away. Wow, that went terribly. That was the worst outcome of that play, is the runner at second getting there and them scoring, and only the guy at first getting out. Yeah, they're just the Lions uniforms, but worse. When the Lions had the gray uniforms, they looked great. I don't know how the fuck the Bills messed. Like, I like that color gray. It's a good color. The Bills, I don't know what that is. That's awful. And I tried to look past just hating Buffalo, right? Because I give uniforms a shot. I like uniforms, right? What's up, Alex? Nice to see you, man. What's up, Chad? Nice to see you, man. But it was weird how bad that looks. Something about there's like a difference between the way the Lions do it and the way the Bills do it. And I don't know how to describe it quite yet. What do you think of the Bills? No, and again, the color isn't the problem. I think it might be the dark blue. Doesn't look good at all with that specific shade of gray. Because, like, as you know, I like the Lions, so it's like, well, I like that color gray because they wear the same thing. It could also just be that I don't like, and that's a fly out, 2 away. Yeah, it's a little lighter. A little bit. Detroit's is a little more metallic, I guess you could say, right? It has like that more, kind of like those numbers, the number on those jerseys. I don't know. The Bills also kind of just look sloppy. They don't look clean. Nothing they do does. What's up, Daniel? Not much, Alex. Just chilling, watching baseball, watching the Tigers not play good so far. 2-0 Orioles up here with 2 outs in the bottom or in the top of the second. 2-0 Orioles, top 2. And that'll get a run in. That'll be another hit. Yeah, at least they 3-0 Orioles. Well, it's really not a good start. I don't know. The Lions, though, do tend to make really nice uniforms for whatever reason. I rarely see them have a bad one. They have a lot of very good colors that match well, so they never really seem to just have a shitty look, which is interesting. Was that a pitch? Ball one? Must have slipped. That just says 33 miles an hour. He just straight threw a knuckleball. 1-1. Alonso, the hitter, with the runner at first in a 3-0 Orioles lead. Ball two. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Ball three. 3-1 now for Pete Alonso. They're not throwing him a thing. I don't. That's like the fourth time you've asked that, dude. At this point, I'm about to ban you if you ask again. At some point, it's just spamming, dude. Like, I can see every time you've asked what's up, and I've answered you every time. And that'll be another hit. Boy, that's crazy that not having a second baseman over there, the ball went right through the infield. How'd that even happen? Oh, wait, the Tigers are not shifting. The Tigers have a weird shift down right now. Henderson up with runners at the corners and 2 away in a 3-0 Orioles lead. Baltimore teeing off here on Montero early on. Tigers in a little bit of a mound visit here. Catcher went to go talk to Montero, maybe to settle him down. Dingler. Dangerous bat in Henderson up. What's up, D? How's it going? Kind of hoping a rainstorm comes and stops this game so I don't have to watch anymore of it. This is not going well for Detroit. Got a bad feeling in my stomach about this one. Call it strike one. That was not a good pitch, but yeah, this isn't his best start. Prior to this, though, he'd been pretty flawless for June and July. By the way, it's 0-2. I guess his run of very good starts has finally come to an end. Weren't 2 or 3 of those runs tacked on because the bullpen couldn't get one single out. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, those runs were on him, but it's also like if the bullpen had gotten a couple, that kind of doesn't go that way, right? Because I know there had been a couple times where the bullpen sort of hoed him out. And that explains why the ERA is like 3.8 or whatever the fuck it is. I could be misremembering that start, though. No, he got out of it, but this to me feels like his worst start of the year. 5 hits, 3 runs, not striking anyone out. Yeah, Colt Keith sucks. I'm not making any excuses for this guy. Get him off the field. I hope we trade him. McKinstry, Lee, and Outman. He should be the guy we offer if they're like, well, we want major league ready talent, but Colt Keith. I think we should just get rid of him anyway. All right, what do we got? If you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. Helps out the stream, gets more people in here, especially if you don't feel like chatting or anything like that. We try to get about 20 likes every stream. Not at all, kid. Not at all. We're down 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Kiter's not having a good start. Kiter, whatever. Yeah, they're already up 4-2, it looks like it says. Looks like they're going to get another in. The Nats blow bases loaded. Nobody out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Montero's all right. He just doesn't seem to have the ability to pitch very, like, you know what I mean? He only seems to make about 5 innings. And I don't know if there's a way for him to improve upon that. And I think that's why they view him as a reliever rather than a starter long term. That or it's just because this is like his 3rd year in the MLB, like as a pro. So they're kind of slow rolling him in. Oh, that's going to get behind the defense. McKinstry's going to go all the way to 3rd. Damn it. I almost called the McKinstry triple. Or the McKinstry homer. If that had gotten a little bit more behind that fielder, I would have called the McKinstry homer game. Son of a bitch, dude. That was so close. I really thought I had it. I was like, come on. The fielder was throwing it in as he was rounding almost to 3rd. I was like, fuck, he's not going to be able to score. Damn it. You know what's funny? He has 3 triples. I bet you he's in like the top 10 for triples in the MLB this year. Unless there's been a lot of triples, anyway. Usually a guy with like 3 or 4 triples is like 8 in triples overall on the year. And it's always some guy who sucks like McKinstry who's in that top 10 list. Yeah, they have a whole season's worth of data on that there, D. I don't really give a shit about stuff like that. One, two. Most of this shit is all contractually obligated, so they don't really got a choice but what they're wearing right now. That should get the run in. It does. It'll be a sac fly by Hallyo Lee. So good job by Hallyo Lee. That ball was hit real fucking deep too. Yeah, you just got a sac fly in 3-1. All right, here we go. Cut the lead to 2. Outman to hit a home run. Then Vierling hits a home run and it's 3-3. Whole new ball game. Watch this. I don't even gotta look. You guys ready for the back-to-back homers from the bottom of the lineup? Just because everybody's been talking shit on him all day. The McKinstry, Outman, Vierling outfield. So far, they've produced a run. Let's see what Outman does. 0-1. An out bomb. Outman's going to hit it out, man. Swing and strike 2. Yeah, Lee's been all right. If his defense was better, he could probably be an everyday starter on this team, but he basically is anyway. We like if he could play better defense, we wouldn't need a third baseman long term for like right away. Because we could just slot him over there and let him take care of it. 1-2. Because again, it's nice having a good right-handed bat in the lineup too. That actually hits righties and lefties both pretty well. Oh, yeah, Lee had probably one of the worst debuts I've ever... And Outman strikes out 2 away. Them first 2 weeks of Hallyo Lee were some of the worst baseball I think any of us had ever seen. There were some swings and at-bats that were so bafflingly weird looking. It was like, what the fuck happened? Does he not know how to play baseball anymore? Then he disappears for about 3 or 4 days. He comes back, and then he can play really good. It's like, all right, whatever happened. Seems the moment might have been too big for him at the time when he got called up, and then he's like, all right. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe he just needed to be sent back down, then get called back up for him to just kind of cope. I don't know. I don't got that loser mindset. Ball 1. If they called me up to the majors right now, I'm hitting a home run off Bradish. And if they put me on the mound, I'm straight. I'm immaculate innings all the way through. 9 pitches in an inning, about 81 pitches. That shit won't even light work. Perfect game, all immaculate innings. 27 pitches. Or wait, 81 pitches. 27 up, 27 down. See, I have a secret. I'll just turn their sliders all the way down. They can't hit anything I throw. Two. Some pitchers don't know how to do that. I do, though. Oh, I got cough. Yep. Lee's having quite the turnaround. McGonigal's greatest challenge is going to just be Hallyo Lee for the Rookie of the Year. All right, we'll head to the top of the 3rd. Tigers do get a run back. Vierling doesn't really do anything. To no one's surprise, he grounds out. It looks like it'll be Ward, Tavares, and Holiday. Ward, Tavares, and Holiday do appear in the top of the 3rd, 3-1. Orioles lead. He's about to attack the hole. Be right back. Gonna go grab some more soy pop, and I have to take a piss. How tall am I? About 6'7", 311 pounds. I'm a really big guy. 1-0 on Ward. I'm a real problem. Look how long my arm is. Look how big that motherfucker is. 3-0 to Ward. I don't know, anywhere from 5'9" to 5'11". Just depending on the person who says how tall they are, and then they go, well, I'm look at it, I'm like barely smaller than you. I think I'm 5'10", I'm pretty sure. That was when I got measured at a physical last. But I could have lost height since an injury. So I always say anywhere from 5'9" to 5'11". Shoes. How upright I can stand, and about 150 pounds. I'm pretty well built. I think it was 147 last time I got weighed. Pretty good weight. And they walk Ward. Here's Tavares. Tavares grounds into a force out. They get the guy at second, but they can't get the double play. 1 away. Man, my nose is so fucking itchy right now for some. Right. My nose is bothering the fuck out of me today for some reason. Ugh. Ball 1. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. It's a weird question to not follow up on. It's a weird question to have no follow up to. I will say that's a really weird thing to just end a conversation on and just have nothing. You're a strange guy, D. You're a strange guy. I blame you for that base hit. 2 on, 1 out. Runners are at the corners. You're at 5'9", 196. Okay. Well, now you're not so much a strange guy for not following that up. Now you followed it up. All right. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here's Mayo now. Not great. Yeah, they probably should get his ass out of there, Kiter. It is not going his way tonight. Mayo gets a hold of one. This could be fucking ugly. One sec. To go blow my nose. Oh, that'll be a base hit. Runner will score. It's 4-1. Runner gets over to third as well. So first to third goes Holiday, and it's now runners at the corners, 1 away. 4-1 Orioles. I'm probably in better shape, D, than like most people that at least cardiovascular shape. For example, I could walk 8 miles. And the only thing that I have a problem with is that I get very bored before I'm done, and I mentally check out. Physically, I'm fine. I think my max distance before I start feeling tired is up to 12 miles. I don't know. And that's just because my joints start to hurt. And that sucks. That's a bit of a shame. 1-1. I think like overall good to go. Yeah, I can go for a minute. And that 8 miles only takes me about 2.5 hours to walk. That's a pretty good pace. A little bit, just about 4 miles in an hour. And they hit Jackson. That'll load the bases with 1 away. Bases loaded, 1 away, 4-1 Orioles. I wonder if they're going to pull Cater here. It's getting ugly. Come on, thunderstorm. We want a thunderstorm. Clap, 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 clap. Let's go, rain delay. We could really use one now. Naturally, that means Drew Anderson's coming in. Well, they probably should have got his ass a little sooner. But hey. Oh, no, wait, they're not pulling him? Oh, well, never mind. All right. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Called strike 1. Don't know about leaving him in. Trump is the hitter. Double play ball would be music. Fucking Keith is going to get in and just throw it into fucking right field. Just deliberately launch it into right field. 1-1. And just start beating up McGonigal. Like, what the fuck? Ground ball. They go home with it. Over to first. Double play. A 6-2-3 double play. Just like the doctor ordered, right? McGonigal over to Dingler, back up to Torkelson. Double play, just like the way you always draw them up. All right, hey, we get out of that with only giving up a run. That's not so bad. Whatever the hell we cooked up for Trump there, everything worked. Oh, Colt Keith. So that's actually a 5-2-3 double play, right? Wonder how that scores. Yeah, 5-2-1 or 5-2-3. It's pretty fun double play numbers. All right, bottom of the third. Let's see if we can't get ourselves back into it. Top of the lineup for the Tigers. 4-1. Orioles lead. McGonigal, Dingler, and Keith here in the bottom of the third. No, I think they still probably need to pull him out. All right, what do we got? Oh. All right. Come on, McGonigal. Bionicle. Each set. Did anyone else play with those Bionicle toys? Oh, wait. Kid, you may know. Actually, I'll just look it up. It is the year without a Santa Claus. Never mind. I did have that right. Heat Meister and the Cold Meister are the year without a Santa. I knew that was correct. 2-0. 3-0 on McGonigal. Surprised one of those weren't challenged. But it is the third inning. I guess it's a little early to be challenging pitches. 4-1, bottom of the third. McGonigal up 3-0. Orioles lead the game 4-1, though. 3-1 now on Kevin. Fouled away. It'll now be 3-2. Uh-oh. Hey, that'll be a base hit in the left field. Kevin McGonigal starts off the inning with a nice hit. 1 on, nobody out. Kevin with a 2-hit game tonight so far. Here's Dylan Dingler. Maybe old Dylan can bash something here. Cut the lead to 1. But it's 0-1 now on Dingler on a called strike. 0-1, runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the third of a 4-1 Orioles lead. Tigers hitting. Dingler lines out, 1 away. Ooh, that's always a risky thing. Runner able to get back over to first, it looks like. Didn't get doubled off on the lineup. Line out. Here's Polkey. Always hate when a guy gets robbed on a liner. It's like, damn, you smoked it, but right at a guy. The Madden balls are devastating. Truly, truly devastating. Looks like Keith is out. Oh, it's a double play. Nice. Colt Keith grounds into 2. We'll head to the top of the 4th. 4-1 Orioles lead. Colt Keith kills the inning on a double play. All right. Bevers, however you say it. Alonso and Henderson do up here in the top of the fourth. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go hit a bogey a few times. I'll be right back in. Give me like 2 minutes. Oh, we got one away. All right. Hey, there we go. Got Beavers out, one out. Here's Alonso now. See how they pitch to him. You got to get up early. Yeah, you usually do. I'm hopeful they'll turn it around still. It's early enough in a game to come back. One on Alonso. First pitch was a strike, then a ball. That'll be grounded over to third base, and Colt Keith makes a play, 1 away or 2 away. All right, good start to the inning. Let's see if we can get another out. Here's Gunnar Henderson. You know, despite everything, Cater's only thrown 66 pitches. His pitch count's in pretty good shape right now, despite it all. You know what I mean? Like, you'd think like someone who's given up 4 runs and has had quite the stressful run of situations would be quite a high pitch count. 0-2 here on a called strike, and then a couple of fastballs right down the middle for some reason to a dangerous hitter. Maybe he just wasn't expecting it. Now you got a free changeup. For maximum hilarity, you could throw it right down the middle. Because genuinely, the last place he's thinking he is going to get a third pitch in a row would be a changeup right down the middle. Would you think that that's where the next one's coming? Did strike him out on a changeup that's middle cut, but it was really low. Yeah, good pitch count. That was a good sequence of pitches right there. Changeup was the strikeout pitch. I'd have threw it like right around. He did throw it in the middle, just low. Green, Torkelson, McKinstry. Green, Torque, and McKinstry. Maybe the changeup was a little too obvious, so he threw knuckle curve, then change. That might be a good look. Either way, let's see if the Tigers can get some offense. Finally, a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the fourth coming up. 4-1, Orioles lead. Tigers will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate. Maybe that can be some offense. Green, Torkelson, Zach McKinstry. If you're not confident after hearing those names, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you can be moved. Anyway, it's commercial break. We're just waiting for the inning break to come to an end. You know, I'm still a big believer in the McKinstry home run today. We have a trip. Maybe we'll get the McKinstry cycle. We get a triple homer, double single from him. Sheesh. Try and like up his trade value. Someone actually takes him. Boston's like, we'll take him. Son of a bitch. Count us in. Or it would suck if we just like get Javi back and send him over to Boston, basically, and just be like, hey, thanks for taking the contract. Even though it's really not that big of a hindrance on us after this year because it's over. I think the options are all done. I think this is it for Javi in Detroit this year. Sucks that he got hurt. He was just finally starting to play good baseball the last 2 years. All right, here's Riley Green. Bradish back to work here in the bottom of the fourth, ball 1. Ball 2. Orioles challenge that. They'll win that. It'll be 1-1 on Riley Green. So the Orioles challenge the call of a ball there, and they'll probably win that. It'll be 2-1. So now there's 2 balls. It's 2-1 count on Riley P. Green. 3-1. Pitching around O'Reilly. Called strike 2. It's 3-2. Uh-oh. Well, this is going poorly. Keep getting into these nice favorable counts and then running into a pitch that just stifles our hitters. Inside sinker doing numbers on us. There's a little mound visit, a little conference between catcher and pitcher. Must not be on the exact same page. Three, 2. Riley Green hits a double into right field. What a play. Or what a hit. What a way to start off an inning. Leadoff double for Riley Green after a little bit of an at-bat there. Good shit. Here's Spencer Torkelson. Maybe a torque bomb? Question mark? I don't know shit. Torque single? A torque something? Just need runs, please, Torque. Get us something. I just heard something crazy going on. Should probably go look and see if everything's all right out there. Not that in my apartment. I think it's stuff around me. Either way, Torkelson up now. Strike one, fouled away. Here we go, Torque. Here we go. Clap, clap. Another foul. It'll be 0-2. "26 home games left after tonight." Yeah, it's not many. We're almost in August, you know. It's about to be July 28th tomorrow. You know what's crazy is a year ago I had major oral surgery. So we're coming up on the anniversary tomorrow. Got my teeth all fixed up. See, how nice. All nice and pretty. That shit sucked. Couldn't stream for like 2 weeks. It was a brutal time. Two on, nobody out. Runners are at the corners for Zach McKinstry, who's ready to tie the game with a 3-run McKinstry bomb. I don't know if they're ready for the Z-Mac attack that's coming on them. They don't even know. I don't even need to look. I can just start doing my taxes if I wanted to. Ball one in the dirt. I don't think either runner is moving up on that one. I don't think it got away. It'll be 2-0. Seems that they're afraid of Mr. McKinstry for some reason. Be afraid all you want. The Z-Mac has no fears himself. Please hit a home run. I want to look smart. By the way, it's 2-1. Damn it. I hit that in the air. That's about as far as it can go. No. By the way, it'll remain 2-2. Hey, that's a wild pitch. Torkelson will get down to second, but the runner will not be able to advance and score. So now we have two in scoring position. Double play eliminated. That's a big plus. Runners at second and third for McKinstry and a 3-2 count. Come on, Zach. Just unselfish. Just hit the ball. By the way, it'll remain 3-2 on McKinstry. We're all hoping for the McKinstry homer. I can feel it. Another foul. The 7th pitch of the at-bat. Count remains full. Pitch number 8, the McKinstry bomb. I'm ready to lose my fucking mind, dude. Walk works too. I'm perfectly content with the walk. Hell yeah, McKinstry at least will walk. We'll put the bases loaded. Nobody out. Here comes Hao-Yo Lee. All right, well, this just got a lot more interesting. All right, McKinstry has a triple and a walk today. He's playing his ass off. This is the McKinstry generation game. I knew something special was coming. I guess it may not be a home run, but a triple and a walk is a McKinstry homer, right? Like, can we call that? We can call it that. If your stat line is ever at any point in the game 1-for-1 with a triple and a walk, that's called the McKinstry homer game. Are they pulling Bradish? I'll leave him in there. It's at least let Lee see if he can do anything. All right, Lee's up to bat. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Tigers. They're down by 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-1 Orioles. Tigers down by 3. Here's Hao-Yo Lee. One of our hotter hitters, ball 1. All right, good take. Just waiting. Oh, Hao-Yo Lee has a base hit. Tigers score a run. Bases remain loaded. Nice job by Hao-Yo Lee. 4-2. Now we have the Ferris Wheeler carousel of death going, where every stop is just pain. One big hit here and from Outman, and suddenly it's a tie game, or even more. You never know. Just need a single. Can Outman or Veerling do it? We'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Da-na-da-da-da. Ball 1. All right. Well, you never lose hope. Strike 1. 1-1 now on Outman. Come on, Outman. Just a single and we can tie the game. So 1-2 on Outman. Come on, Outman. A little single into right field. Hey, ball and dirt, 2-2, mate. Well, I'll take a run on a pass ball. Shit, I don't care. I'm precious. 2-2, though. Pitcher has to step off a minute. He's like, what the fuck just happened? We were cruising along. Outman goes down looking one away. God damn it. Here's Veerling with one out, and the base is loaded. Come on, Veerling, don't fuck this up. Just hit a sack. You hit so many deep fly outs. Just do the Veerling special here. You know what I mean? Just smokes a grand slam for no reason. Did he? No, just a sack fly. Hey, that's all we needed. We got a run in. There we go. That's all we really needed him to do there. Finally, he comes through. 4-3. We're down by a run. All right. We got runners at the corners, it looks like. Runner advanced to third. That was a good out. Good job by Veerling. We got a running off that. What's up, basketball? With the way things have been going, I'll take a sack fly 7 days a week. 4-3. Now we just need McGonigal, top of the order here, to come through with a little single. Maybe it would be his third hit of the game. And we tie it. Could have been a lot more. Yeah, it could have been a lot less too. So I'll take what we get there. Damn. All right. Well, we could have got more, but like Wade said, that wasn't a good inning. So unfortunate, right, Wade? I hate people like that. Anyway, Ward, Tavares, and Holiday. Tigers put a little life here in the bottom of the fourth. Cut the lead to 1. And, suddenly we have ourselves a much more entertaining game. Top 5. Ward, Tavares, and Holiday. We'll see who the Tigers send out to pitch the top of the 5th. Plus, for the bottom of our lineup, once again, they've contributed quite a bit. So, nice to see. At least McKinstry has anyway. Now Veerling, so it is cool to see the guy. And Lee's had himself a nice day, getting on twice, having a couple RBIs. Lee and Veerling have the only RBIs. Oh, he did? Well, that's cool. All right, we're just waiting for the top of the 5th. I have to take a piss. Be right back. All right, here we go. Ward up to it. Yeah, he's old. Pitches probably don't move like they used to. And Ward pops out, 1 away. Nice job by Torque. 1 out, top 5. Here's Tavares. So if we get this guy, get another clean inning here, and try to slowly chip away at the lead in the bottom of the 5th. We'll see what happens. Top 5, 1 away. Here's Tavares. Orioles lead by 1. It's 4-3 Orioles. Top 5, 1 away. Ball one. Ooh, excuse me. That was disgusting. My apologies for the burp. Will not happen again. Dun, 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 dun. 3-1 here on Tavares. Yeah, I did. It was all right. There's clearly some kind of research chemical in there. I ate 3. Oh, that's a solo homer. Well, 5-3. Still not really sure why Montero's still out there. What's up, Allison? The Orioles immediately get a run back here in the top of the 5th. 5-3. Is my stream just buffering? Or is my playback just poor right now? I've apparently just been lagging here for a few moments. I think it's just my playback fucking up. Oh, and 1 here on Holiday. That'll be a base hit. Once again, the shift does absolutely nothing to prevent a base hit. As they're playing for pull, and now they're gonna pull him, I guess. I wish I did that a while ago, but hey, what do I know? All right, bottom of the 5th, we're gonna see a new pitcher coming in. Got a 1 on, 1 out, and a 5-3 Orioles lead. We'll see. Probably Drew Anderson's coming in. Oh, it's Hannafy. All right. Well, Brendan Hannafy will come into pitch against Mayo and company. Hannafy in, Montero, rough night. Their team, they have the fight and the heart of a team. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I think they leave a lot on the field. I think they could have won yesterday if they actually had any fight in them. I don't even think that's true, D. I wish it were. But no, this team is a bunch of punk bitches for the most part. They have no business losing 2 to the Royals right there. That's a team with no fight. You know, if they'd have had 1 inning like they had in the bottom of the 4th against Kansas City, they'd have won that. You know, they'd have won every single, like 1 inning like we had in the bottom of the 4th against the Orioles probably would have resulted in wins in every single game in that series. I don't know. That was pretty pathetic. 1-0. Losing 2 to a team without 2 of its most pivotal offensive pieces and an insanely high ERA for a bullpen is certainly something. 2-0. 2-1 now. But you never know. August and September are coming. Hopefully they decide to turn around soon. They're almost back in tread water territory if they can ever figure it out. It is 2-1 right now, just waiting on the next pitch. Mayo the hitter with 1 away. And I think that's another home run. That'll be a home run. And it is now 7-3. Well, maybe D. Maybe. So Cotter officially has 6 runs tonight that he's allowed. Ooh, this is not going good for old Tigers. Well, all the runs they scored have been erased. They're back down by more than they were before. They'll get an out though here against Jackson. He gets out. 2 away. 7-3. Orioles now lead. It's a 4-point spread. Yes. Nope, basketball, not at all. And I don't think it's going to get much better. Here's Trump now with 2 out and nobody on. Yeah, not going good. Not going good. We'll see how the bottom 5th, top 6, bottom 6 play out. But if those, if shit's still looking like this headed before the top of the 7th gets going, I may take off after the bottom of the 6th. We'll see, though. I don't like watching games like this. Did they get it? All right, they got the out. All right, well, 7-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Hopefully, we can get some runs. Dingler, Keith, and Green. Hopefully, stay in it. Guess not. Maybe all them good play was a little bit of an illusion. All right, I'll be right back. Gonna go rip the rest of that bogey from earlier. Yeah, I'll be right back in like a minute or two. 1-1. Dingler up at the plate. Dingler, Keith, and Green. It's 2-1. Yeah, I was hoping for a show up today too, but it feels like we're just getting this kind of effort. I mean, they're a little bit more lively at the plate, but the pitching ain't there. Of course, we finally show up with the bats, but now we can't pitch. 3-2. What do we got? And hey, Dingler will get on. Actually, that's a nice piece of hitting. All right, what do we got? Dingler has a base hit, so 1 on, nobody out here to start off the inning. Finally, a little bit of a good break. Potentially, maybe. Who knows? By the way, it'll be 0-1 here on Colt Keith. Hopefully, he can keep the ball off the ground. Yeah, what's up, John? I'm doing well. Hopefully, you're doing well. Hey, we have 19 likes right now, everybody. We're 1 away from the like goal. Make sure you drop one to help the stream out. Yeah, they've been doing that since the Kansas City issue, too. They could have won both those games. They lost, but just leaving guys on. Keith fouls it away. It'll remain 0-2. Not getting hits when you need them. Didn't help that Green and Torque went ice cold against Kansas City. Really, the whole team did. Especially in them last two. Ball 1. 1-2 now. Come on, Colt Keith. 1 on, nobody out. That's going to get over the center fielder. It's going to be at least a double. Probably get runners to second and third. Dingler kind of had to hold up there because he wasn't sure what was happening. Second and third now for Riley Green with nobody out. Tigers putting up a fight. Hey, look at that. There we go. It's a good inning so far. Strikeout. Damn it. Why? All right, I'm going to go get some Sody Pap. I'll be right back. 3-0 on Riley Green. They're avoiding him. What's up, Darren? Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. And John, hopefully you're doing well too. I think I said that though. Hopefully I did. Hey, we hit over the like goal. Woohoo. Appreciate y'all. Swinging strike 2. He swings at fucking ball 4 again. Oh, that would have been ball 4. Good pitcher. And Riley Green gets out without not scoring. Riley Green grounds out back to the catcher, and they throw it down to first. Runner can't advance. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Here's Torkelson. All right, Torque. Base hit here makes it a 2-run game. Let's see if we can do anything. Same shit that was going on in Kansas City with Riley Green. Big hit there, and he can't come through. Ball's in the dirt. I don't think that gets by the catcher, though. Not in a big enough way. By the way, it's 1-1. One here on Spencer Torkelson. Nothing's updating. I don't know what's going on. 2-1. Seems like a long time for a pitch to be thrown in. 2-1 here on Torque. Would be nice. Well, Torque gets a sac fly. So that's good. At least make it 7-4. Bring you within 3. So that's good, right? That's a good thing. 7-4, runner at third, 2 away. Here's McKinstry. Maybe we'll finally get that McKinstry homer. They better not pull Bradish right here, dude. I'm going to be so pissed. Make us sit through a fucking pitching change for Zach McKinstry. And I'd be like, damn, dude, that's cowardice at its rarest. All right, McKinstry, fuck this guy's day up. Make it 7-6. Well, that's a McKinstry base hit. He has a 2-for-2 game with a walk, a triple, a single, an RBI. It's 7-4 or 7-5. Look at Big Z Mac. McKinstry homer day. I really wish that triple earlier would have gotten behind the center fielder just a little more. Well, now we have to sit through a pitching change. That's a son of a bitch. Would be cool if we tied it, though. Like, you know how like they hit a 2-run homer on a pitching change? It would be cool if Lee bombed one out here and tied it up. But we'll see a pitching change here for the Orioles. We'll see who they bring in. It's going to be Yanier Cano, sorry. Ooh, that's not bode well in for us. Bottom of the 5th. 7-5. Tigers clawing back into it. Just So Cano into pitch now. We'll see how Lee does with 1 on and 2 out. Of course, there's a commercial break, so we have to wait a little bit. Oh, yeah. I'm asleep. Wait, wake up, dude. A Lee bomb. Well, looks like I'll keep watching this game because the Tigers came back. I'm glad to see it. Coming all the way back here would be really nice. It would make our team complete. All right. So it's 1 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 5th, 7-5. Orioles lead by 2. And 1 pitch went out. We go right back to a commercial break. Gotta love it. See, this is why I hate 2 out pitching changes. Because often someone comes in, throws 1 pitch, and we go right back to no baseball. Yeah, Carp's on the IL. But hey, they get 2 runs back, 7-5. Yeah, White Sox are a solid team. Only thing really working against them is that they're very, very young. And that usually tanks teams in the next month or so. Beavers, Alonso, and Henderson. Top 6, 7-5. Orioles lead. So we'll see, Max. Yeah, they can score with the best of them. That's a real good offense. Their lineup can go to toe-to-toe with anyone. Pitching isn't great, but they can... That's my take on it. I think the pitching and the age of the team kind of tank them in like mid-August to into late September. But we'll see, though. I mean, it's fun. If you remember, Max, them and the Athletics were my wild card pick teams, or my dark horse teams, and it looks like the White Sox was a perfect dark horse pick. They seem to be a bad one. That fell apart. Same here, Max. Our offense has imploded. Once again. Tyler Holton will come into pitch with some lefties due up. Beavers, Alonso, and Henderson in the top of the 6. Do 7-5. Orioles lead. Top 6. Of course, when they start to hit, they figure it out. That's fair. Yeah, Pirates are solid. They're having a good year for the most part. If somebody would have been like my dark horse picker are the Florida Marlins or Miami Marlins, I'd give them a lot of credit. I'd be like, that's a good call. How the fuck do you see that? But I feel like that's about as good as saying that you think the White Sox could be a good playoff team this year. They got way... Tyler O'Neill will hit for Beavers, so they'll bring in a righty to hit off Holton, which is no surprise. 7-5, top 6. We'll see what the Orioles do. O'Neill to pinch hit. But this isn't uncommon of the Chicago White Sox to be really bad for 2 or 3 years, assemble a very good baseball team, And then it blows up on them within like 2 to 3 years. I feel like Chicago's done this exact routine since 2005, like 4 or 5, 6 times already. Like since I've started watching baseball. Like we just watched them assemble a team in what 2018, 17, and O'Neill homers on the third pitch. It's 8-5. Oh, nice, Wade. Oh wow, so Miami's imploded. Never mind. Well, Miami was playing good. Well, now it's 8-5 again. Son of a bitch. Yeah, they're probably going to regress a lot next year. Yeah. League's going to figure them out quite a bit if they don't really address the pitching. Pretty bog standard stuff. Alonso grounds out, 1 away. Here's Henderson with 1 out and nobody on. 8-5, Orioles lead. Top 6. Vargas and Tachi, Peters are having career years out of nowhere. I mean, they're also just young guys too, so they could just kind of be coming into their own. It's the White Sox are interesting because again, they do this kind of cyclically, where they will build up. They build very good teams. Like the team they just blew up was very talented. I don't know what the fuck happened. And again, you could say that about a lot of their teams. They have an eerie ability to trade players for very good. They have a very good eye for young baseball players, but they just I don't know what. Maybe the wrong coaches. I don't. Yeah. Well, Murakami's like 28. He probably should seem like he's for real. he has to do the Ichiro thing where he just comes in hot. He spent a long time back in that other league. 3-2. And he walked him. Ball 4. 1 on, 1 out. Oh, they're going to do a pitching change. They are, yeah. Cool. We have to sit through, what is this, the second pitching change? Great. This is awesome. Yeah, I think I still am going to leave after the bottom of the 6. I'm not too sure I want to continue to watch this fucking game. Be micromanaged to all hell by both of these teams, dude. This is brutal. You know, this game started at 4:30 in the afternoon. This should actually start at, actually, I just looked. It started at 1:10 p.m. is when this game began. It's now 8:30. Drew Anderson will come into pitch for against Taylor Ward. No, actually, by the way, if I'm being real and being honest, this is last night's game that started at 6:40 p.m. on July 26th. And we're just now in the top of the 6. Wonder what the Tigers do with the rotation after 26. Skubal, Mize, and maybe Flaherty. Flaherty will probably be gone. We'll see what happens with Skubal and Mize. Say both of them leave, then you're looking at something like some kind of maybe Valdez will be around, and then you have, of course, Melton, Job, Reese Olson potentially, Cater Montero. I'm probably forgetting someone right now. But still, it's not a bad rotation. If you can keep either Mize or Skubal, like, and Reese Olson, if he ever can get healthy. They have a pretty good, and they have a new young left-hander that is coming up through the minors. He ain't bad. I don't think Ty Madden will ever be a starter at this level. If we can keep Skubal or Mize though, we have the best rotation in baseball next year. Because like if they can keep Skubal and Mize, then they have Skubal, Mize, Melton, Job, and like Olsen or Montero or Valdez or fucking, you know. It's an unbelievable four. That's some 90s Braves type lineup. Ball one. Max is like, fuck, that actually would be a problem. Why would you remove Chris Fetter from being our pitching coach? Ball one, 2 Ward. Dog, teams are trying to hire him as their head coach in the offseason. I wouldn't do that basketball. Called strike one. I guess if Chris Fetter leaves, we could do that, but I'm pretty sure we just go get a guy who has a similar approach that he did. Chris Fetter is an evil genius. I don't know what he's doing. He teaches a guy how to throw a changeup and changes their entire fucking career outcome. 2-2. Yes, try the sinker, try the curveball. No, try the sinker, try the changeup. Do you throw a splitter? If not, you throw a sinker. Those are the best 3 pitches you can throw in baseball, though, to be completely fair. A really well thrown splitter, a perfectly thrown sinker, and a really well executed changeup. It's downward action, downward action, downward action, trail away, and trail straight down. You know what I mean? That genuinely will fucking, like, you won't make the best contact on any of those pitches if they're thrown right. Which is why I can see why the Tigers try to impart that it's really important you throw those 3, or at least 2 of those 3. Obviously, the sinker also just so you have a fastball in play somewhere. Well, yeah, but you can kind of see it. Every Tigers pitcher either throws a splitter, a sinker, and then they have a devastating changeup. Is that going to be a double play? No. Gunnar Henderson got all the way to third base, actually, somehow. Because Colt just threw it over to first, I guess. I don't know. Runner at third, 2 away. Here's Tavares. Surprised the Tigers aren't trying to bring in a new pitcher. Ball one. Ball one. Mm, 1-2. Do 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 do. 2-2. Come on, Drew. A ball in the dirt. Hopefully not enough to score the runner. No. But yeah, after the bottom of the 6th, I may get going. Unless the Tigers like tie it up in the inning, I'm probably going to dip out tonight. Mostly just because I'm very exhausted. Got to eat dinner. Got to take care of a couple things. And then, yeah, tonight. Yeah, we'll see. Again, if we can tie it up, I'll continue. And again, 8-5 isn't really a score to dip out on. I just have a few other things I got to take care of. And I feel like this game's going to be lasting a while. And I just don't got the time. I need to be asleep in like an hour. Got to wake up early. I've still got like 20 things I got to get done. Kind of hoping for a faster paced game tonight. Like we've been getting against the Royals, like one of them 2-hour, 20-minute things that we had really the last like 4 nights, except for that overtime game. Or the extra inning game anyway. Not overtime. Can't believe I fucked that up. Fake baseball fan. Yes, unfortunately, I'm probably going to go after the end of the bottom of the 6th. So I'll probably miss the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Unfortunate. But it's the way she goes. Boom, boom, boom. All right, what do we got? Yeah, my fucking shit wouldn't load. How you like that? What's up, man? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. All right, let's hope we tie this up so I keep watching. But otherwise, again, I have to get going after this happening. Kind of an early stream, but I'll be live for the whole game tomorrow night. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow. Tonight, a little busy. Tomorrow, nothing going. Then I can do Wednesday's game just because I don't have anything going on Wednesday really either. Don't even got to work on Wednesday. So we have 2 full games, and this one's is like a half game, basically. Or like 2/3 of the game, and then miss the final third. By the way, there is also a very high likelihood that I miss a great comeback. That happens often when I leave games. So Outman strikes out, 1 away. Here's Matty V. He could use a big moment. Yennier Cano is the pitcher. It's 8-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. By the way, do people need ways to watch the game? You could go to MLB66.ir. That is MLB66.ir. MLB66.ir. It'll kind of redirect you a little bit, but you know you'll be there and you'll be able to watch. That's MLB66.IR. That's a pretty good way to watch a lot of baseball. MLB66.IR. 6, 7. Nyek, 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 nyek. That Veerling flies out 2 away. Well, that's not. Top of the order for the Tigers. Here's Kevin McGonigal. There was a squirrel on the field. Oh, okay. They gonna pull their pitcher? Dude, that's so fucking annoying. Woohoo! Another pitching change. Like the 5th one of the game in the middle of an inning. Awesome, dude. Ugh. Who doesn't love 2-out pitching changes? That's the 3rd one of the game. I'm asleep. Ugh. They're gonna bring in a lefty. That'll be Grant Wolfram. Wolfram will come in to pitch for the Orioles. Dun, 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 dun. All right, strike one. It's working? Great, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I wouldn't send you to a terrible site. It should be free. There may be a little pop-ups, but not many. And it works generally all right. Oh, 1. That's again for anyone who needs to know, because I'm going to be taking off here after the end of this half inning. MLB66.IR, MLB66.IR, MLB66.IR. Don't know why they challenged that. That's a strike all day. It's 0-2. Mostly I have some things I have to take care of tonight. I have to get up early. Still need to take care of a few things. You know, just a bunch of random shit. Still got to eat. Bunch of dumb. Where's my device? Like, not connecting. So if you need a way to watch, that's the way to go. MLB66.IR. MLB66.IR. 2-2. I was hoping for a much quicker paced game because I always kind of had a little bit of a shorter stream in mind tonight. Oh my god. Fucking stand when it says I'm buffering. 2-2. Of course, there's no fucking. Oh, that is visible. Of course. Yeah, that ends the inning. All right, well, It'll be 8-5 heading into the top of the 7th. I have to start getting out of here, everybody. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I will be live again tomorrow for the for game 2. Just double check on timings. Yeah, I'll be live for the whole game tomorrow and then the whole game Wednesday. This West Coast shit, we'll see, right? 9:40 start times are pretty rare. The 8:02, what is that, Saturday or Sunday? Yeah, maybe we'll be able to do Sunday at 8 o'clock or at 4. Boy. I do not like West Coast games. I tend to miss a lot of those. That Thursday at 4 is looking good. Yeesh. We got some late games coming up. All right, though, everybody. Y'all have a great rest of your night. I'll figure it all out. Again, that's MLB66.ir if you need a way to watch the rest of the game. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. I appreciate everyone hanging out watching. I have to get going. Got some stuff I got to take care of. Got to eat. Got to get ready for basically tomorrow. Yeah, y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. Sorry I have to leave a bit early. 8-5 heading into the top of the 7th. The Orioles look to expand their lead. Tigers hope to shrink it and try to steal this game. Have a good night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for a fun stream. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out. Sorry, Allison. I got to go.